Life is a journey, and the wisdom of the ages has provided us with timeless quotes that serve as guiding stars on our path. Join us as we explore the art of living through the lens of these inspiring words. Death ends a life, not a relationship. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. You've gotta dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. Everything you can imagine is real. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Sometimes people are beautiful, not in looks, not in what they say, just in what they are. Some infinities are bigger than other infinities. Reality continues to ruin my life. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. Who are you to judge the life I live? I know I'm not perfect, and I don't live to be. But before you start pointing fingers, make sure your hands are clean. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. When someone loves you, the way they talk about you is different. You feel safe and comfortable. Dumbledore watched her fly away, and as her silvery glow faded, he turned back to Snape, and his eyes were full of tears. After all this time, always, said Snape. I can never read all the books I want. I can never be all the people I want and live all the lives I want. I can never train myself in all the skills I want. And why do I want? I want to live and feel all the shades, tones, and variations of mental and physical experience possible in my life. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with the highest spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. I'm the one that's got to die when it's time for me to die. So let me live my life the way I want to. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time, just when you think it can't get any worse. It can. And just when you think it can't get any better, it can. The one you love and the one who loves. You are never, ever the same person. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. We're all human, aren't we? Every human life is worth the same and worth saving. Every man has his secret sorrows, which the world knows not. And oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. All God does is watch us and kill us when we get boring. We must never, ever be boring. Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living. This life's hard, but it's harder if you're stupid. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Do not read as children do, to amuse yourself, or like the ambitious, for the purpose of instruction. No, read in order to live. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. May you live every day of your life. Where there is love, there is life. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. Get busy living or get busy dying. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I arise in the morning torn between a desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world. This makes it hard to plan the day. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. These woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust.